You scan the arena for me so I can get the attendance I got to bet with Senate.
Well, you want to be on the Jumbotron?
No, I'm not going.
Radio
I've
show
got stuff to do.
He wants to see how many people are there.
We canceled our radio show. It's a basketball game. We're a basketball school.
You got a call. This is Tony from Smyrna.
So I imagine the mood was much better today than last Monday for the team and for yourself.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's a typical Monday. I think by the time when you've been in it as long as most of the coaches have, it wears off and you get started on the next one.
Did you see kind of what the snap errors were, the couple you had in the...
Yeah, we've got to stay up in there. I mean, we'll pull it out too soon, and he's got to snap the ball on time a couple of times. We had, I think, 3 or 4. But, yeah, I mean, both parties, but most of the quarterbacks have got to ride up in there.
I imagine the level of competition probably amps the kind of eagerness to get out of there.
Possibly. You know, not much bothers Kenny either. He's pretty laid back, you know. So I think it was just one of those things we've struggled with it in practice a little bit. So we just got to do a better job of coaching it and riding them.
Virginia announced today that they were going to switch quarterbacks to Johns. Is there much difference between him and the guy they were playing?
He's probably a little better runner, a little more elusive. What little bit he's played, he hasn't played a lot this year.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean...
of course, it's a guy you're real familiar with,
yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm. Imagine you delve back into those BYU games for this week in terms
of... No.
Those were some of the, I guess, roughest games for you guys offensively during that stretch of time. But they don't have 20-year-old guys this time.
The one here was. I mean, the one out
Yeah.
there, we had some yards and some points, but we didn't have enough. I mean, here we were terrible offensively. We played them here.
What's been the biggest difference in Marcus this season, maybe compared to last season?
Marcus Marshall?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Marcus Marshall.
I don't know that there's been a big difference. He hasn't played as much this year. But I think just being a year older and maybe stronger. Marcus has always been good at running the ball. He struggles sometimes with the other stuff, and I think at times he's gotten better at that a little bit.
The other stuff being blocking.
The other stuff being blocking and carrying out fakes and doing those kind of things. But when he's got the ball, he's always been explosive and a threat to big plays. I mean, he's always been productive.
I imagine often it's hard for a guy that goes from playing a lot to not, to just to kind of handle that.
Well, he's played, you know, he played a couple of games. I mean, he played pretty much in the Duke game. He
Right.
played the whole game, and then the last game he played the whole game. So they've kind of been handing it off back and forth. Yeah.
Did he handle, in your opinion, the demotion well, or just losing
Oh
at
yeah,
the starting
Marcus is a
job?
great kid. I mean, he's worked hard. He doesn't complain. He just goes about his business. Yeah, no problem that way. He's a good kid.
Did you feel that the coverage in the secondary against Virginia Tech allowed the defensive line to maybe be a little more
I think
effective?
at times, there was a few times that we made the guy hold the ball a little bit, and it gives you a chance to get there. And there were some other times that we were forcing them. I mean, they had some guys that were open and didn't get it to them.
With it being,
That's always the way it's going to be.
with as close as you were to playing Justin and Freddie last week, and it being senior day here, I imagine that every effort will be made.
Not really.
Well, you dressed them, and like they were close enough to dress and travel and all
Yeah,
that.
I mean, they were cleared through the training room, but they weren't right. I'm not real big on playing kids that are hurt. I try to treat those kids like I would my own. I wouldn't have played my own kid.
So you're hopeful this week that with the
I
2
think
weeks?
they're good to go. Justin's good to go.
JJ?
Huh?
JJ Green?
Yeah, he's good to go. He's released.
Some of the guys are talking about the calls where everything was simplified a little bit on the defense, and I know you'll try that the week before.
I think we played more base defense probably than we have. But other than that, you know, when you have success, we got off the field some because we got some turnovers, and we got some sacks and negative plays. But so I don't know if it was a whole lot simpler.
I guess I'm just why did it suddenly happen against Virginia Tech and hadn't in the previous weeks?
Well, I think we got some turnovers and some sacks. I mean, they still had 430 yards, right? I mean, it wasn't like, and they got most of it the last couple series, but still, you know, we made some plays on defense. We got, like I said, we got some turnovers. We got Lawrence got a couple interceptions, and you know, we got the fumble recovery. They lost the possession on the kickoff return, and we got a fourth down stop, and some of those things. So we got off the field.
How important do you think the first play of the game was with Terrell stripping the ball and getting the
Oh,
ball?
it's huge. Anytime you can get a turnover. I mean, it had been so long since we'd started a drive on the other side of the field, and we got several in the game, you know. So the field position, which we needed because we had a lot of guys out on offense.
Who were the players of the week?
Parker Braun on offense, and Lawrence Austin on defense, and Ryan Rodwell.
Seemed like the secondary did a better job in pass defense of getting their heads turned around and seeing the ball before it got there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, yeah, all in all, I think we played better, and we didn't give up any huge, big plays, you know, long touchdown plays or whatever. So that was a positive. When you do that, you always got a chance to, you know, there was no 3-play, 80-yard drives.
Right.
So it was, you get a chance to play and dig in.
Anything else for Coach?
So with the air quality, do you do anything different with practice today at all, or are you the same as?
I didn't notice it. I'm not smart enough to know about that.